episode of Ranger Touring. We're back out here in Litchfield, first time camping out as well. So for this trip, we've got a few things that have opened up now. Wangi Falls has opened up for swimming, and so is the walk at the top. So we're going to check that out first, and then we're going to head down towards the Lost City, which has also just opened up about a week ago. Go check that one out. So we're going to head out of Litchfield and down south to Tabletop Creek Campground. A bit unfortunate, the Reynolds River track is still about a week or so from opening up, which means we can't actually take the Reynolds River track and just punch over to the springs from there. We actually have to get back out of Litchfield and then onto the highway. But you know what? Most of these weekends are booking up well in advance, so it's hard to find spots that are available to camp. Should be a fun trip. So we're here at Wangi Falls now. Pretty busy, the car park's absolutely full to the brim, but hopefully still get a good nice little spot to swim. At the start of the year this was all full to the brim. The water was just under this walk, now it's down by a fair bit. It's all dried out around the edges too. Like all the areas in Litchfield, it's just so nice, flowing water going through, and it's just so clear. Just makes you want to jump in for a swim. The bottom was so much clearer than when we were here last time. It just rained, and it was actually raining on the day we came, and the water was just, you know, sort of winded over, a bit murky. Looked like it obviously had a bit of volume coming through, versus now where it's just so nice. Yeah, you can see all the way to the bottom, which makes you feel a lot better, noting that it only opened up about a week and a half ago. That you won't see any crocodiles at the bottom. It is a bit cold, I'll be honest with you. It's nearly July, a bit chilly, but it's pretty nice still. I don't know, it's refreshing, but I hope when we get out to the sun it'll be a bit better. Some little pools up on that side where the water's come down, just to the right hand side, some people are sitting in, and then obviously the right hand side is the main waterfall. There you go. The road last time when we went out to check out Central Valley was not this bumpy at all. It's really corrugated and really rocky now. We hadn't dropped our tyres down, and because the muddies run quite solid at 48 psi, it was just brutal driving out here. Everything was shaking. So we're only going to drop them down to maybe 30, which will just be a massive improvement and make it much more comfortable. The track on the way in, it says it's 4-drive only. Start of the season, I reckon you could get in with an all drive. A bit rocky and rough on your tyres, but in terms of clearance, you really don't need much to get in. Lost City, it's pretty cool. Started on the walking track. We're working our way around now to the Tabletop's campground. Again, if you can't go through the Reynolds River track, which we can't for probably another week or so, you do need to go around. That takes you onto Dorat Road, which is actually also the road that takes you past Robin Falls. So if you wanted to add that into your trip, it's definitely worth going to. There's two places to go to at Robin Falls. Both have pretty much drive access in. The bottom you still have maybe a 300-meter walk, whereas if you do the full drive track to the top, it's take you an hour or two, but it'll get you right to the very top of the waterfall. Cool place to check out. Found the Tabletop track. There's really not a lot that sort of stands out about it, and it's not signposted as you pull up. This is the only giveaway. It's this sign here. That's after you go through this gate here. No pin required or anything like that. For this one, we'll be dropping the tyres down to 22 PSI, 25, somewhere around there. It is meant to be a bit more remote, and when you do your booking, it will say extreme high clearance vehicles only. Obviously my Ranger isn't really extreme, but take that with a grain of salt. coming into camp, probably a couple hundred meters away now, and this track has been a lot of fun. Very short, probably only took us 25 minutes, half an hour to get from start to finish. But you know, it's low range most of the way. It's quite rocky and has a few little undulating bits. Nothing requiring the lock or anything, but definitely providing enough entertainment without stressing that you're going to damage your vehicle. So yeah, definitely would recommend coming out here and giving it a crack. So campsite's filling up now. One of the things we've found sort of in Darwin is it's a bit lawless for bookings. People don't necessarily book and will show up, so we technically had the site, but it's all good. It's sort of spread out enough that we'll still get enough of space to ourselves. But yeah, there's been a bit of traffic coming through now. Anyway, that's all right. We're heading down to the water. We're not anticipating there to be anything really to swim in. Can actually hear some rapids at least, which is a positive. Thought it was going to be all still, so yeah, we're going to check that out. So I probably wouldn't swim here. The top's a bit stale. Yeah, not exactly flying, so there's a fair bit of moss and stuff, but then down there, not going to put my money on it necessarily, but definitely could be croc territory, so I'm good. Not going to swim, but still pretty cool. Bit more remote sort of section of Litchfield National Park. I haven't checked out before, so yeah. So we're leaving the Tabletop camp last night. A few people came in close on dark, and then even after dark. Again, you are meant to book this place. A lot of people showed up who hadn't booked. Can't really do much about that, but it is a small campsite, and you may miss out if you're not in there by a good time. So maybe just factor that in. But yeah, heading back now. Down the track, got a bit of a steep decline and then a nice little incline out of the riverbank, and then yeah, it should be probably about 25-30 minutes until we hit the highway. Tight pressure's up, and then we'll get out of here for the weekend. Really enjoyed the campsite, had a nice breeze coming through. There's no facilities whatsoever, no toilets, no nothing, so factor that in, and you'll have a good time. Small little hill climb on the way out this morning. Shouldn't be anything too much to worry about. I'm not going to really put the locker in either, because I do need to be able to turn a fair bit through the corner. See how we go though. Alright, so that's it for this episode of Ranger Touring. We just finished off the track and pumping the tyres up. So this turnoff is at the very bottom of Litchfield National Park. It's probably about a 2.5 hour drive back to Darwin now, so we're gonna get cracking on that. But really enjoyed this track. Just for your reference, there's really not a lot that indicates where you are or where you need to be for this. So just to give a bit of perspective, that there is the turnoff. There's no sign in either direction. So nothing that indicates it. So yeah, you need to look this one up and drive slowly until you see sort of a bit of a sandy track going off into the bush. If you do go into the bush, you'll find the gate sort of hidden in the back there. But anyway, not super easy to see. This has been a great spot. We really enjoyed this one, and we're really keen to keep checking out these awesome spots in the Northern Territory. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ranger Touring.